Well, game one of the Eastern Conference Finals 2025 is in the books. Knicks, Pacers, and man, let's just start off by saying it was a classic. Tyrese Haliburton might be the clutchest final shot, clutch shooter that I've ever seen. Ever. Or at the very least in the league right now. I know that's kind of a hot take with especially the other guy on the court this game, Jalen Brunson, being there, but genuinely with the shots that he's made this postseason, Tyrese Haliburton, he's taking those overrated comments to heart, and there's no one I'd rather see with the ball against my team in the clutch. Right now. Game on the line. Final shot than Tyrese Haliburton. And it's so interesting. I don't know how the Pacers keep doing it. It's insane. They did it against the Bucks. They did it against the Cavs, and now in game one they've done it against the Knicks, where they've been down double digits and not just 10 points, 16, 17, 18 points with 5 minutes left. This game was 14 points, 5 minutes left, and I honestly started to tune the game out because I genuinely thought that it was over. But they don't stop, man, and this is just not a team that you can take your foot off the gas pedal against. They will make you pay for mistakes late in game, and they can just go on runs, and in a blink of an eye, it's a close game, and that's what happened this game. Knicks blew a 14-point lead. Like I said, I tuned it out, tuned back in. 1 minute left, 3-point game. What happened? And I think it really comes down to Andrew Nembhard. One phenomenal game from him. I think he ended up with 30. Not Andrew Nembhard. Aaron Nesmith. Sorry. Ended up with 30 points, although Andrew Nembhard was good. But Aaron Nesmith, hero of the game, 30 points, 2 rebounds, 0 assists. Very Carmelo Anthony-esque stat line, but shot 9 of 13 from the field, 8 of 9 from 3, 0 turnovers, and 102% true shooting right up. Crazy efficient game from him, and he was really the hero in that last few minutes. Pascal Siakam wasn't great. Tyrese Haliburton was great. Miles Turner was great. Kind of outside of Tyrese and Aaron Nesmith, everyone else was fine. T.J. McConnell was Benedict Mathurin was Thomas Ryan couldn't grab a rebound. Pascal Siakam didn't have the impact that I thought he would on the game. But it didn't matter. The Knicks just collapsed in a historic way. And I know I didn't put out a preview before this game, but I did have Knicks in 6. And honestly, after this game, I'm still sticking with it. The Knicks, although they lost this game, and it's a very tough game to lose because their others came to play. Mitchell Robinson can't hit a free throw, but he was still great in this game in terms of grabbing offensive rebounds. He had, 4 offensive rebounds. Felt like even more, honestly. I know that's already a lot, but he was just coming down with boards and giving the Knicks second opportunities. That really helped them get out in front. McBride was kind of mid. I thought he had a better impact on the game than his stats might have portrayed, but he was pretty solid. OG Anunoby, for the first part of the game, he was solid. Jalen Brunson, fantastic game, 43 points. Not much else you can say about that. And then Karl Anthony Towns, great game. Josh Hart, basically everyone all around had a really good game and did what they needed to do in order to get this win until the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter. And then they collapse. And Tyrese Haliburton hits the craziest shot, maybe not that I've ever seen, but probably the craziest shot of this playoffs, where it felt very Kawhi Leonard-esque in how long it stayed in the air and how much time seemed to slow down after he took that shot. He took it, and I watched him take it, and I was like, there's no way, right? There's no way he does it again. It's in the air. No way he does it again. It hits the rim, back iron. I'm like, okay, no way. Bounces straight up. I say to myself, the odds of this going in are still so slim. There's no way. And it comes down, swishes right through the net. And I'm in the room watching it by myself, but I let out an audible yell. I could not believe it. He is, like I said, I not to turn this into a glazed fest, but he is one of the clutchest players I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. So to break down the game, first quarter, Pacers couldn't miss. But the Knicks were still hanging in there. They weren't shooting as well as the Pacers were, but they were still hanging in there enough. So it was a 7-ish, 6-point game for most of that first quarter, even though the Pacers were shooting really, really well. And I thought the real turning point would be when the Pacers got Jalen Brunson in foul trouble in the fourth quarter. And I was really concerned with how the Knicks offense would look with Jalen Brunson out, like top of the fourth quarter. It's like a 3.5 point game-ish. I think the Knicks are up at that point, but Jalen Brunson has to sit because he has 5 fouls. And I was like, yeah, this is where the Pacers just take over. To my surprise, no, it was not. Karl-Anthony Towns stepped up. OG Anunoby was really big. They got stops, important stops, and just hit shots and went on a crazy run to put them up 14. And that's when I tuned it out. That's when I thought, yeah, there was no way. Pack it up. Knicks won in pretty dominant fashion, but no, Pacers come back, and then the Knicks just ran out of steam in that fourth quarter where Jalen Brunson, with game on the line, takes a three-pointer, airballs it, and then they get the rebound. Karl-Anthony Towns, another three-pointer, basically wide open, breaks it, and that's game. It was game. Not much else to say about this. Not a lot of great defense being. I mean, there was great defense, but the offense was really the story of this game for both teams. If you're Knicks in the next game, you need to limit the amount of threes that the Pacers take. I don't know how you do it, but you need to run them off the line. I think that's probably one of the only ways that you're going to find to slow down this Pacers offense in any sort of sustainable or feasible way. Just run them off the three-point line. And I know they're probably very good. I don't know what the stats say, but they're a good team inside. But if you want to slow down their offense, I think that's what you need to do. Just slow down the amount of three-points, because they are a very efficient team from three. And if they shoot this efficiently with this many threes, it's going to be bad looks for the New York Knicks. And also, you need to slow down the Pacers' pace. The Knicks have a very shallow lineup, and I know they're very well conditioned, and you wouldn't know how many minutes they play per game based on how much effort they give from minute 1 to minute 48, but they still have a very shallow lineup. And if this series ends up going the distance, which after this game I really do think it could go to 7 games, you will feel it if you're New York, if you're playing at the Pacers' pace, just running up and down the court with the same 5, 6, 7 rotational players. You're going to get tired. You're going to get fatigued. It's just going to wear on you, and there's just no advantage for the New York Knicks to play at the pace that the Pacers do. So that is 1A and 1B. Limit the amount of threes. I'd say 1A, pace. Slow down the pace. 1B, limit the amount of threes. And then 2, hit your free throws, please. This is like one of many games this postseason where players been at the line to ice the game and they've missed 1, or in Chet Holmgren's case, 2 free throws, and then that has basically cost them the game. Hit your free throws, please. I know it's kind of tried and wear it out, but you're NBA players. You gotta hit your threes. I don't know what else to say about that. Not threes. You need to hit your free throws, please. I'm glad he didn't at the end of the day, because it made the game way more interesting, and as a neutral fan, can't ask for too much more. But if you're a Knicks fan, hit your free throws, man. Come on. Interested to see what the adjustments will be, and still sticking with the Knicks in 6, but my panic meter is already at a 3. I'm not going to lie. I could very easily see this game going to 7, and easily see this series going the Pacers' way. So, but still sticking with my pick, Knicks in 6. Anyways, that's about it. See you.